Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, as we know, the European Super League is completely over now. It's not going to happen. It's done now. I think only Real Madrid are the only ones that haven't left yet or said they've left. And I thought in this video, I'd talk about because this is still a massive wake-up call for us. So we can't just go back to normal now. We can't just do that because there's so many things wrong with it, and it's built up over and over the years. And it's only now when the serious things come about that we're actually starting to realise it, and there's a lot of things we need to change. I'm only going to talk about kind of English football and British football in this video because I'm English and British and I know more about that than I do about German football or Spanish football in La Liga. So yeah, of course, like, if any of you are from their countries and know more about it, then please let me know what it's like in them countries and what you change about it in your countries and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got a few points I wanted to make and things we could change just to make football better. I've got a few points to talk about how we can kind of fix football, you could say. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. Now, the first one, and probably the biggest one, it's basically the 50+1 rule. If you don't know what it is, basically it's 50% plus one of the club is owned by the fans, and I think it's worked well. And you could say if this was involved in England, none of this Super League would have really happened and we wouldn't have had to protest or anything. So, you know, this is probably one of the most important ones, really. These lot just went behind the club's backs, was having these secret meetings on Zoom or whatever, trying to plan this Super League. And if we had this rule in, then this never would have happened. And I think it's a really big thing that we should have, really, because you've seen in Germany how well it's worked. And obviously it's not going to be perfect, but it's a lot better than what we have now, because right now we have people in charge who know little to nothing about football at all, as you can tell. And you saw fucking Perez was saying that 16 to 24-year-olds aren't into football. Never heard so much BS in my entire life. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the most important things we need in football, is percentage of the club owned by fans, so we can have a say and a choice in what our club does, because basically they are our club. Like, if you're from the area, they're basically our club. You've just come in and helped us invest money into it. We can't do that. Most of us are just working class people, like, who can put food on the table for us and buy us nice things, and that's it. You're just coming into our club to help us with the financial side of it, putting money into the players, making us a better team, where it's actually our club. You know, from working class people from the area who built it up into this massive professional football club that it is now, and you're just coming in to help us financially with it. So we at least deserve a little bit of a percentage on it, a little bit. Reduced ticket prices, TV coverage of games, because as I said, there's so many games, like over the week. There's so many games. Like there's Premier League games literally every single day. When I was a kid, like, I remember it used to be 3 PM on a Saturday was when you played, but now we're playing, I think with my club Wolves, we played like 2 Mondays on a row. Then we're playing this weekend against Burnley on Sunday at like 12 o'clock or something. There's just so many games recently, and I think there's literally, and I know COVID and stuff like that, it's going to be different, it's going to be hard, and there's a lot more competitions now, and I guess you could say you're getting more for your money when you buy Sky or BT, because you're getting all these Premier League games, you're getting all the cup games, and with BT you're getting European games. So you could say, you know, you're getting your money's worth, but it's just so expensive. It's so expensive, and you know, it's just not what it used to be. I sound really old, but like, I'm still a teenager, so, but you know what I mean. Like, when I was a kid, I don't know, there wasn't this. There's so many games recently. Like, it used to be like, when you was at school or something, you used to look forward to the weekend because that's when the football was. But right now, you just get home from school, now there's something on, there's a game on, then there's a game after that, then there's another game. Like, there's just so much, and even it's just going higher and higher and higher. The prices of it's just getting higher in every single week, and you could say the sport's getting worse. Like, the prices are going up, but the sport's going down. So I think that definitely needs to have something towards it. Also ticket prices, and also like season tickets and stuff like that. I've got a friend, we was talking about this before, I've got a friend who supports Doncaster, and like, we was talking about ticket prices and season tickets, and like, I don't think theirs are like barely touching like 3 digits. I don't think they are at all. I can't remember the exact prices, but yeah, and I understand, like, you need to pay more for watching better football, and I know League One to Premier League is a lot different, but still, like, this game was created by the working class, and that quote that's been going around where it was made by the poor, stole by the rich, is so accurate, because it's, you know, how are working class people supposed to afford this? Like, are supposed to afford like £400, £500, £600 a season ticket? Like, how are people supposed to afford that? Like, and I understand, like, the more you go up the divisions, like, they should add more on the course because you're paying for better football. Like, I understand that aspect of it, and when you're in Europe, I get you're going to be playing these massive teams, so it should be higher. But it's just they've gone ridiculous now. They've gone like way too much. Like, it's a bit of a joke, and like, even just buying one ticket for a game, like, for me, like, as a young adult, it's like so much. It's barely 20 quid for a kid, for someone who's like 5 to 10. Like, it's barely £20 for that, and I think they should have just a cap of like £20, £25 if you're in Europe or whatever. I think that should be the limit. And I really think, well, the next few years, I think a lot of people will go into non-league a lot more, because there's some games where you can get it for 5-10 quid for a game, and you're watching a normal game of football, you're actually in the ground as well. I think a lot of people will go to non-league a lot more, and you know what, I highly recommend it, because it's been so good, and I haven't been for so long. And I think when everything's back to normal, I do want to go to some non-league games, because I don't know, it's just more like real, and a lot which is more real. I don't know, but yeah, I think them things definitely need to be reduced in some aspect of it, because just please explain how, like, the working class people are supposed to afford stuff like that. Again, this one isn't about money or prices or anything, but I've had this idea for a while, and I think a lot of people have said it as well. But for the FA Cup, I think, imagine having like teams from like the British Isles. So you have team, obviously Celtic, Rangers, maybe the top 2 from Scotland, maybe the top 2 from Wales, top 2 from Ireland, Northern Ireland, and you have them, and they all come into the FA Cup, and just imagine how good that would be. And it would also just it would share it out between the whole of the British Isles, and you know, it would be so good as well. Where you do for like non-league for the FA Cup, and you do like grounds and qualifiers and stuff like that. Maybe you could do that for some of the lower teams in the British Isles, and then they have a chance to play in the actual FA Cup round 1 of the FA Cup. And I think just adding 2 different teams from the British Isles into like the English FA Cup, I think that would just make it so much more interesting. And like, imagine that, like, in the FA Cup you could go over to Ireland and play Dundalk, Derry, all these other teams you could play, or you could go up to Scotland and play Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, Hibs, or go to Northern Ireland or Wales, and like, it just make it so much more interesting. I think doing it for the FA Cup definitely, and even if you want, doing it for the League Cup as well, which would be really good. But yeah, I think the FA Cup definitely, just to make it a bit more exciting. And yeah, they're just some small points I wanted to bring up. There's probably, I can think of a lot more, but maybe I can do a second part on this. If you want to see that, then please let me know in the comments down below as always, and let me know things you change within the sport. Maybe the Champions League, the Europa League needs to be changing somewhat, and yeah, let me know your thoughts as always in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe as always. My Twitter, Instagram down below, make sure you go follow them. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you stay well, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.
She calls me day and night. I'm sorry girl, you just don't make me feel right. I never meant to make you cry, you were right. Just leave me be, I'm not gonna put up a fight. And every time